And there we have it. We are into our finals. Ruda B continuing to play the Crow. He's played the entire way around. These are all the newer maps in the game right now, so very interesting to see how people have adjusted some of these newer maps that are a little bit less symmetrical, a little more fluid, a little more open, a lot of these maps here. Dana and Hellrat going Pam for Pam near the top. But Hellrat getting dangerously close to another fight going on, and Musty goes out early in 10th place, so that's a tough one for Musty going out first here. Still at 9, and Hellrat pinched, and Ruda B ends up getting the kill there on Hellrat. And Zach takes Wolfgang out. Unbelievable. So Wolfgang, a favorite to win this entire thing, goes out with 0 points in round number 1. Zach going with Brock. If you're a good Brock player, I like the choice on this map. And Payne goes out in 7th spot. Bad Bunny with a nice bit of bow play. Ruda B continuing to be a little over-aggressive with that Crow, and it does not pay off. Bad Bunny trying to avoid taking more damage here. Maybe get some health to recharge up and make some room between himself and Logix's Pam. Logix's Pam? That's a little frustrating to say. So Bad Bunny now healed back up. Keenan with Spike down at the bottom. Keenan played really well in heat number 2. So we have 2 Pams, a Brock, a Spike, and a Bow. So Pam's continuing to be very, very impressive getting here into our final rounds. We haven't seen a lot of Spike play, and I know myself, I find Spike to be very frustrating to play against because Spike can do so much damage very quickly if you're not careful. So here we go. Logic's pinned on the outside. Bo and Dana both keeping him there. And Denny, a Bad Bunny, does not quite take him out. And Dana goes down to Zach's Brock play. So now we're into our top 4. Everyone here getting a little bit more points totals. And Logic's again pinned by Keenan. That Spike is... This is where Spike is so frustrating. You just can't go anywhere. You can't move. Keenan with a great choice of Spike. And now, can Keenan eliminate these 2? And with that big Spike super, Bad Bunny is in a lot of trouble. But Keenan does take some of that Bad Bunny super, but that should be a win. And Keenan does take the victory with Spike, taking advantage of the other 2 brawlers going face-to-face, toe-to-toe. And that is a huge first round win for Keenan. Taking a look at our leaderboard through 1, and it is Keenan on top, Bad Bunny in 2nd, and Zach in 3rd. So right now, all 3 players in the money. Very, very nice work to you 3. Round number 1 of our 6-round final in the books. And we are ready here for round number 2. Very exciting, guys. So we are heading over to Stormy Plains for round number 2. Another one of our newer maps. A lot of fun. Keenan says we are up and live. So we should get that going in just 1 second here. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching the Slaton Showdown 5. It's been a lot of fun having you guys here. And, of course, there is our current leaderboard. We are not doing a full 8 rounds because this is a different format here for when we have multiple heats. We are only going to 6 rounds. But we will be back into the action here in just 1 second as we get things loaded up. And here we are. And Musty going with, I believe that might be our first time seeing a Mortis today. So that's very exciting. I don't remember seeing another Mortis, and going, of course, with that Night Witch Mortis. Wolfgang in trouble early again. Very surprising. You know, Wolfgang is a high-level player. You might have seen at some point Wolfgang is, I think, a 13K player. So surprised to see him in trouble. Ruda B going with the same thing that's been working so far. Hiding out. Keenan choosing to go Frank on this map. Last time Keenan went Frank, it worked out very well. And already up at 5 cubes, so in a good spot so far. Hellrats, Rico. I don't think we've seen a lot of Rico today either. So this is really exciting. A lot of variation in the board today. And Ruda B goes out early to Bad Bunny. And that Crow play not working out well for Ruda B this time around. Bad Bunny in a lot of trouble. Bad Bunny goes down to Logic X, or to Logic. So now we're down to our top 8. Wolfgang is being pushed by that by Dana, and Wolfgang goes down with 0 points again in the first 2 rounds. Oh my gosh, I am absolutely shocked here. What a turn of events! One of our highest rated players the person who took so much, who took first in his heat early on, now goes out with 0 points in the first 2 rounds. So it's going to be very hard for Wolfgang to fight back into contention. Musty with that Mortis takes Dana out. Musty in a lot of trouble here. Payne trying to get that Mortis off the board, but I believe that Mortis will survive here. Logic X keeping Hellrat out by the poison, and Musty still alive. So nice work by Musty. Payne not able to close him out. And Keenan's Frank getting 1 more cube up. So that Frank's getting very, very tanky at this point and does have a live super. A lot of people holding onto their supers right now. And Hellrat trying to... Oh my gosh! Musty turns it on Payne. Mortis taking out the spike. And Hellrat goes down too. So now we have Musty, Logix, Keenan, and Zach. Daryl the Barrel at 2. And right now, Keenan in a good spot with those 6 cubes. And no one wants to be the one to make the first mistake here. So much on the line. Early on, a lot of points here, could do everything. Keenan, another win here would really help solidify that push towards getting the top spot. And Zach decides to make a move as Daryl the Barrel, and Zach is going to go down. It is the Mortis taking out the Daryl, and now Keenan trying to finish off Musty, but oh my gosh, will this work? And he does. Keenan does get Musty. The Mortis just cannot get through that big, beefy Frank, and that is a huge win there. Unbelievable play. Keenan now going back-to-back, getting first place in both of our opening rounds here, and some real shocking news, Wolfgang going out early once again. So there we have the current leaderboard after 2 rounds. Okay, I am going to, out of fairness, I'm going to reset Lewis's points to 0s so that it's not taking Dana's points, because it's not fair to people who are playing already. So Luis is in, but starting from 0s. And here we are, getting ready for our next round, which should be going live in just a second. And there we are. We are in. And luckily, no one died before we were in, so that's really nice. So, Luis just joining in playing a bow, already up to 4 cubes, so looks like a pretty good player here, potentially. We'll see how that turns out. Of course, reset to 0 points, so doesn't get any advantage having not participated beforehand. And Luis putting some work on Zach, and Zach goes down as our first player out. Logix takes Zach. A lot of Pams on the board right now. I think 3 Pams. Wow, that's unbelievable. Lots of Pams on the board at the moment. I guess people are saying Pam super OP, so we'll see if that continues. Musty back to the Crow on the outside, and in a lot of trouble here. That Pam keeping Musty kind of pinned there in the corner, and no real place for Musty to go at the moment. Payne with a Jesse, a little bit of an open map here for a Jesse play, but you know, Payne has gone with some unorthodox plays and it's paid off before. Keenan with the spike, and yeah, our Crow Musty did go out. So Hellrat, 1 bow is out, and Luis in here now, really changing the tune of this entire thing. So we'll see if that late addition changes things. Luis and Payne going head to head. And that Luis at 6 cubes now. Will that Luis go out earlier than expected? Now pinned on the outside. No real place to go here. Has to go and take out that turret. Down to our top 6. Everyone's getting points here at very, very least. And Ruta B, our second Crow, goes down in 6th place. And Luis has made his way out of that corner. So now in a much better position trying to get into the leaderboard. And Payne goes down. The Jesse had a great chance of finishing high and then got into some trouble there. And could our late addition here take a first place victory in his first appearance? Keenan Spike in a lot of trouble. Throws the super down on himself for the healing, but does go down. So it's now Wolfgang in the final 1v1 up against Luis, who came out of nowhere and joined. And the person who came out of nowhere and joined ends up taking first. So that's kind of crazy, but of course, not getting any of the points from the previous players, as I deemed that to be unfair. But you know, he goes, I don't need those points. I'll get all 5 of my own. So Luis jumps into contention just on the basis of 1 round, and there we are. So round number 4, Slaton Showdown 5 finals. Hellrat up top playing Pam 1 more time. Musty switching it up, going from Crow to Mortis. So we've seen some Mortis play work out so far. Bad Bunny's got Luis's Terra trapped there near the bottom. And that Terra running away from Bad Bunny's bow. But right into a Penny. Logic's going with a Penny in this stage. Interesting choice here, but that Penny so far working out pretty nicely. Has Luis's Terra in a lot of trouble. The Mortis goes and takes that out though. So, but that Luis is our first one out, going from a first place finish to a last place finish in back-to-back rounds. That's a big shift there. So that's going to take Luis most likely out of the top 3. Going into our next stop, Musty going out in 9th place, Wolfgang with Gina. Nice shot from Wolfgang. Wolfgang saying, look, I am one of the best here. I deserve to be in the top 3, and I'm going to push for that #1 spot. I don't care about those 2 zeros early on. Ruta B, again, Ruta B has basically been playing Crow the entire way through this tournament. No matter what map we're on, Ruta B seems to be going Crow, so we'll see if that strategy pays off for Ruta in the long run. Zach with another Crow. So Crow very popular today so far. Logic's with that Penny, trying to get that Crow off the board. And Ruta B, again, the Crow just a little bit squishy. A very difficult choice to make, getting in the middle like that. Kind of difficult as well. Logic's goes down to Wolfgang's Gene. So Penny does do some damage, but gets eliminated a little bit early. They're only taking 1 point from this round. We have 4 brawlers left, so all of these brawlers getting multiple points. Wolfgang's trying to stay alive as Gene. And another Penny, Keenan's Penny, pinching Wolfgang at the bottom. It's Zach versus Hellrat. Hellrat just barely staying alive. Zach pushes in a huge Crow leap and takes Zach out. That is an opportunistic use of Crow's super. Very nice work. That's how you do it. Wolfgang goes down to Keenan. So now it's Keenan versus Zach. Crow versus Penny. And that Crow taking some damage from Penny's super. And the star power does a little bit extra damage here. Right now, if nothing happens, it would be Keenan. So Zach has to push and not let Keenan survive. And Zach, with just 364 health left, takes the win. Oh my gosh, what a win from Zach. That is a crazy finish. Zach had to push the action there. The poison would have taken him out first. He gets enough health, gets right on top of that Penny, and finishes it off. Wonderful play by Zach there. What an unbelievable round. That might be the round so far of the entire Slaton Showdown 5. So let's go ahead and take a look at the round-by-round leaderboard. Of course, we are not going into rounds 7 and 8. If we do have to do a bonus round, we will. But there will only be a maximum of 1 bonus round in this version of the tournament. So we will see what happens there. And here we go. Round number 5. On its way. And we are off. Bad Bunny choosing to go with a Frank. Hellrat taking some damage early. Musty getting cubed up here. So we have a Frank. Payne going back to Piper one more time. Interesting choice here. Luis automatically gets 0 points and gets -1 point because of the no spinning rule. So Luis... Ignorance of the rules is no excuse. You have to read the rules beforehand. The no spinning rule does apply to Luis. Spinning, if I can determine that it looks like you're doing it for a competitive reason, that's one thing. But for teaming, that is a violation of the no teaming rule. So Luis, -1. And Luis goes out first anyway. So not just getting 0, but getting -1 because of the no spinning rule. Unfortunate for Luis, but gotta read the rules, brother. Keenan and Bad Bunny, both on Franks, both with supers currently charged up. Hellrat going with Pam one more time. Zach trying to stay out of danger in the middle. And Bad Bunny goes out Payne with a nice kill. Payne has been showing off those Piper skills quite a lot so far today. Keenan, though, in a lot of trouble right now because there's a lot of danger. You have a Spike, a Bow, and a Piper all around. So even though Keenan is big and beefy, there are so many brawlers around that can chip him away from distance, so that's going to be very difficult. We'll see how he handles that as a Frank. Payne with another elimination. Logic's going out, so our Pam off the board now here in round number 5 of Slaton Showdown 5 Finals. And now you see that Frank getting pushed up. Keenan up by our Crow and Musty. And Musty trying to avoid damage right now. Zach using the spread from Bow. And notice the way that Zach and Wolfgang both alternate between the spread shots and the directed shots. So Wolfgang puts his super down behind him, trying to keep Keenan from pressuring him on the back end so Wolfgang can get his health back up. Keenan and Wolfgang both at 5 cubes. Musty goes down, and look at that. Zach pinching Wolfgang in there, using that super. But Wolfgang takes Zach out first to get into 3rd place, but it's 3rd and 4th. Same amount of cubes here. It's Keenan versus Hellrat. Keenan got the super charged up. That should be it. Keenan taking 1st place in round number 5. That was a huge win here. Keenan running away with things right now. Might be very close to securing that 1st place finish and the 1st place money. So great work there by Keenan. And there you can see our full round by round scoring. 3 1st place finishes for Keenan. That'll definitely do it. You see Wolfgang, just those 2 early losses. A lot of problems there. Heading into our final round. So here we have it. Let me get our spectate up and ready. We are with our finals, and Payne chooses to go with Piper again and puts Bad Bunny in trouble early on. Luis, not even in contention, but or actually technically in contention to get into 3rd place potentially. So we'll see what happens. Logix and Zach. So we see a lot of Pams, a lot of Bows. And Musty again going Crow. Will that choice pay off? Ruda switching it up and going with Spike this time. So finally here in our last round, it's Ruda changing things up. And Payne goes out first. Rough ending for Payne. Got some big kills with that Piper, but just couldn't get couldn't stay alive long enough, even with those big kills, to make a huge impact. So Payne is now out. And Bad Bunny trying to kill Wolfgang's gene, and Wolfgang goes down with no points. Oh my word. What a huge turn of events. Wolfgang out early. This is crazy. So 3rd place is now totally up for grabs. Anyone could get that 3rd place cash. Unbelievable. And now Logix goes out as well. So Zach, Keenan, your winner, still saying, you know what, I'm not going to take things easy. I'm still going to go for big time kills. And it is Zach who goes out. Keenan still alive, down to our top 6 right now. Musty, Hellrat, Bad Bunny, Keenan. Keenan really wants those cubes, but knows he can't risk it. And it's Ruda B now, again, sort of doing a little bush camping here. This has been Ruda B's strategy the entire way through, going from Crow to Spike. If I were Ruda B, I'd be making a push on that Pam, though, right around here. And there you go. Ruda B does push on Pam. So Luis's Pam is out. Musty as Crow trying to stay in the game here because Musty, anyone again, could take that 3rd place spot with Wolfgang going down early. And Zach went down early as well, so who knows what could happen at this point here. Bad Bunny's Bow making a push on Keenan. Bad Bunny at 5 cubes right now. Keenan, though, keeping him pinned. Keenan is a competitor, does not care, he's already won, and Bad Bunny goes down to our top 3. Musty as Crow, Hellrat, and Keenan. So Musty's Crow jumps in, but it is Hellrat's bomb takes him out, and Hellrat takes the win. Unbelievable, nice work there. Keenan gets 2nd place. Fantastic play by Hellrat, and this could be very interesting for our standings. And this is an unbelievable finish, guys. Your final results. And there you have it. Just by getting 1 point, Zach got enough to stay in 2nd place. You can look at the round-by-round results, and there you have it. Keenan just ran away with it early, and no one could catch him. You got to wonder, even if we had a round 7 and round 8, if anyone could have caught Keenan in those situations. But does not happen today. So then you have Zach, who started off a little slow early on, but that big 1st place finish in round 4 put him in the money. And then Hellrat, 0, 1, 0, 2. But 8 points in the final 2 rounds jumped him all the way up into 3rd place. So he'll win cash as well. Wolfgang, just a couple of bad rounds there. Again, one of the best players in the entire tournament. Just had a couple of bad rounds, and that's how it goes. Thanks, everyone, for playing in the Slaton Showdown 5. That's going to be it for this week's tournament. Tune in next week, Thursday, March 21st at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, if you want to go ahead and play. Of course, you can also click the links down at the bottom if you want to go to our Discord and find information on the rule set and how to sign up. We'll get bigger and better every single week. But that's it for Slaton Showdown 5. We will see you on the 21st.